Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, where we break down the latest ASX announcements from public companies that are doing interesting things. Today's Bulls and Bears report is brought to you by Aurora Labs, ASX code A3D. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now on 6PR by the Chief Executive Officer of Aurora Labs, Peter Snowsill. Hi, Peter.
Hi, Matt. Great to be here.
Aurora Labs is an industrial technology company specialising in the development of 3D metal printers that can manufacture a spare part on the spot by taking metal powder and essentially fusing it together to create pretty much any object you like. The company is currently focused on the refinement of its RMP1 3D printer as it prepares for commercialisation in the coming year. Peter, firstly, how exactly does 3D printing work?
Yeah, so 3D printing works by essentially slicing objects into thin slices, laying down thin layers of powder onto a build area and then fusing, as you said, the powder with lasers to create pretty much any shape that you can imagine.
In a past life, I ran COVS, the big automotive and industrial supplies group, and we used to send millions of dollars of spare parts to mining companies in particular. Does your technology essentially allow those customers to make their own spare parts on site? And what do you see as your major markets?
There are certainly a subset of those spare parts which will be suitable for 3D metal printing and will be able to be printed on demand and close to the use, the point of application or utilisation. And that encompasses oil and gas and mining markets. We also look at broader market application across automotive, aerospace sectors as well.
You recently completed the first phase of your development of the RMP1 3D printer. What were the key milestones in that development?
Yes, so we've been undertaking a series of performance tests for our printer, which have now been verified through NADA lab verification to demonstrate that our printer is able to print using high laser power to print quality parts that meet ASTM, which is a common standard for powder bed fusion printed parts.
And what's the next step in the technology development journey? What does the market want to see before they buy these things?
Yeah, so we are progressing with some particular system upgrades to our printer to address fume extraction, which is a commonly encountered technical challenge for our style of 3D metal printing. And beyond that, we will continue to print customer specified parts which really aim to demonstrate that we can produce the quality, the functionality and the cost of production for those parts, ultimately leading to people wanting to buy the printers.
Peter Snowsill from Aurora Labs, thanks very much for joining me on 6PR today. And just remember, Bulls and Bears is only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney. Thanks for listening to Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page at 6pr.com.au and click the Public Companies tab.